So I actually went to Ulta's website because I need to repurchase my go-to brow products. I feel like I ran out of all of them at the same time and I just completely lost my brow pencil. I have no idea where it is. But anyway, I saw that they were having their big summer sale. It just started, so I wanted to film a video about it to, number one, let you know there is a sale going on. That way, if you have anything in your cart or on your favorites list, maybe you can get those products for a discounted price. And if you have a coupon, you can save even more money, which is really nice. And then number two, I wanted to share my top recommendations. I usually film videos breaking down their big sales. And to be honest, I do feel like the spring sales or the spring sale, the fall sale, the holiday sales are a little bit more exciting than their summer sale. But there are some good hidden gems, some really great discounts, especially if you're looking to repurchase your go-to staples, whether that is shampoo and conditioner, skincare, a few makeup products. You can save a little bit in all of those categories. So I figured I would share my top recommendations with you and just kind of chat about it. So let's get into it. I will put a link in the description box in case you want to scroll through yourself. They don't have the same landing page that they usually do. So usually they make it really easy to shop by category or brand or see all of the discounts. And this time when you click on it, there's like a few highlighted deals, but then they just put all of the products in one category. So you're sorting through like over 1,000 products. But like I said, there are some good hidden gems. So we'll touch on them in today's video. So this sale runs for 3 weeks through July 19th. There are deals happening all 3 weeks. And then every week there are new deals that are going to be revealed. I think I have most of the information. I looked all over the internet for it because they didn't reveal all of the deals ahead of time. But if you get like that mailer, that physical mailer in the mail, a lot of the info's in there. And I'll just go through everything that I found in case you're interested in shopping. So let's start with the deals that you can shop during the entire 3-week duration. So you can buy them at any point in time. They're doing 40% off jumbo sized hair products. There are over 300 products on sale. So to make it easy, I do recommend filtering by brand. Chances are you're not buying a jumbo sized bottle of something you haven't tried before. I mean, maybe you are, but I feel like jumbos are most ideal if you've tried the formula and you know you love it. That way you're not stuck with something that doesn't work for you. So instead of sitting there and scrolling through like 300 different options, I always use the filter button and just narrow it down to my favorite brands. Personally, I do love the Olaplex shampoo and conditioner. I've had great results using their formulas. I will say I'm using like the Dove Intense Repair line right now, which I think is their bonding line. I can't remember the exact name of it. I'll talk about it in an upcoming video because I've almost finished them up and I swear they work so well. And obviously Dove is a lot more expensive than Olaplex. So I don't plan on repurchasing those right now, but I will say the Briogeo Scalp Revival Micro-Exfoliating Shampoo is one of my favorites. It's an amazing option if you need an exfoliating product. If your scalp is really easily irritated, you have a lot of buildup from hair products, dry shampoo, that works really well. It does strip your color, so if you dye your hair, just keep that in mind. But I kind of like that this one comes with a pump because it makes it easier to use in the shower. I don't have a lot of room in my shower, and sometimes like those hair masks, when I'm using them, there's not like a good place to sit them down. So something with a pump is just easier because I make less of a mess. I do really like Verb products. They have quite a few shampoos and conditioners in this sale. And again, I mean, it's nice because getting them for up to 40% off could be a really great deal. Usually, not always, but usually jumbo sized hair products are already a better deal in terms of value. So if you add the savings on top of that, you could save quite a bit if it's something you would have repurchased over and over anyway. So again, that's kind of one of the reasons why I feel like the summer sale is great if you want to repurchase your go-to staples. They are offering buy one, get one 40% off products in the skincare category, body care, and sun care. This is a very big category, like over 1,300 products. So again, I'm going to attempt to break it down for you, but that filter button will come in handy because not only can you filter by brand, if you're like, oh, I need to repurchase my Garnier Micellar water, you can filter by category. So if you click skincare, you can go even deeper into like cleansers, moisturizers, serums. So I feel like that's a strategic way to shop because number one, you won't be tempted to buy just anything you see. And then number two, it saves you time because no one has time to sit there and go through 1,300 products. Okay, so a few brands I recommend that are discounted. I always forget that Ulta carries Billie. I usually repurchase my Billie products at Walmart, but Billie makes my favorite razors. They're just so comfortable, so gentle, and I don't know about you, but I tend to shave more so during the summer, and obviously that comes down to personal preference, but I love Billie because their razors are surrounded by like this moisturizing cushion of product, so you don't actually have to use a shaving cream or a shaving oil if that's not something you want to use. Their products are gentle enough that in my experience, they don't irritate my skin. So they have like an actual shaving kit if you want to try the product out, and then they have the razor refills. So just something I wanted to mention because that doesn't come up much on my channel, but that's something I use pretty much every single day, especially in the summer. There are a few Bubble products on sale. I really like the brand Bubble. I feel like I recommend them to people I know personally all the time, whether they're looking for themselves or their teens, just because I think Bubble is more of a gentle line overall. I've been seeing so much about their Cosmic Silky Hydrating Milky Toner, especially over on TikTok. And I just incorporated a Milky Toner into my routine a few months ago, the Bioma one, which I absolutely love. But I'm definitely open to trying another one because I love Bubble. So I might pick that one up. I also love their Slam Dunk Hydrating Moisturizer. I've been using that in the morning because it is very moisturizing, but it's also pretty lightweight. I'm trying to use the one I have up fully just because I've had it for a little while. But if you're looking for a good moisturizer, that one is super gentle. So if you have sensitive skin, I do recommend it. There are quite a few products from Cocokind that are going to be discounted. I love their Ceramide Lip Blur Balm. This is one of my favorite formulas. Again, I just tried this for the first time a few months ago. I don't know exactly when they launched it, but it is such a beautiful formula. It is incredibly nourishing. It really does blur the lips and leaves your lips feeling so smooth, so moisturized. I have 2 shades and I wear them all the time. It's like my favorite formula when I'm on the go because it is longer lasting than like your typical lip balm, but it's not thick or heavy. So very comfortable, so nice. And then they also make a really great moisturizer. If you, again, have easily irritated skin, their Resurrection Polypeptide Cream is one of my favorites. It's a little bit of a weird texture, honestly. Like it's a little difficult to actually massage into the skin, but I swear it just transforms my skin. And whenever my skin is irritated, which it really has been lately, I always go back to that product. I don't currently have it in my routine. I have a lot of open moisturizers that I need to finish up before repurchasing one. So I'm just trying to make my way through a couple of them before I repurchase anything. But I noticed that Cocokind also has a couple of kits that are available that are discounted. So again, the thing about kits, kind of similar to jumbos, is usually you're getting a little bit of a deal if you buy a kit rather than buying the product separately. So if you can get them for a discounted price, that's really nice too. And it's not just Cocokind. There are kits in like a couple of different categories: makeup, skincare, sun care, which again, you can filter and narrow it down if you're looking to try multiple products for even more of a discounted price. The Garnier Micellar water is a favorite of mine. I always repurchase this product when it's on sale because I run through it so quickly and I always end up buying it at full price if I don't have a backup one on hand. I like the waterproof version the best. I recently tried a newer one from them. I forget which one it was. I'll put it on the screen. I don't know if it's actually at Ulta. It's nice, but I always end up going back to the waterproof one just because it works so well to remove all of my makeup. Lume is on sale. I recently talked about their deodorant in a recent video, which is great, but they also have like a spray-on deodorant, which really comes in handy if you're on the go, especially in the summertime. And then they have a cream formula that I find to be really gentle too. For some reason, I always forget that Naturium is available at Ulta. I know a lot of you love that brand, and quite a few of their skincare products are included in this sale. Quite a few products from Provence Beauty. I do really like their lip balms. I've talked about those quite a bit. They're very lightweight, very comfortable, really moisturizing, but I do like their skincare products as well. I haven't tried a ton. I've tried a few, and I would say my favorites are probably the, I hope I say this right. It's a French, like all of their names are French or they have French words in them. I never took any French in school, and for some reason my mind just never wants to pronounce them right. So this is the Do Beaucoup Copper Peptide Plumping Serum. That's a really nice product, very smoothing. It leaves my skin truly looking plumped up. Like when I use that product, I notice the difference. It's really moisturizing too. And I really like their eye cream. It just feels good. Like their products feel very nourishing. The packaging feels a little bit more luxe, but the prices are definitely more affordable than high end. And again, they're on sale right now. Just a few of my top recommendations as I scroll through and things kind of pop out at me. If you do need some sun care products, whether you're looking for like actual sunscreen, sunless tanning products, there are a lot of those discounted as well. Black Girl Sunscreen, I actually used the kids version on my kids and I just repurchased it. I bought 2 bottles at the full price because we ran out, but I might end up grabbing it while it's discounted anyway because we'll use it. I also use the SunBum sunscreen stick on them sometimes when we're on the go. I have like one in my car, one in our beach bag, one in the diaper bag because it's so nice to like quickly throw it on for touch-ups, especially if we're like at the park and we're in a hurry. So I do like that product too. too. They are doing buy one, get one 50% off curl products. There are over 400 products on sale. I don't have curly hair. I used to have curly hair when I was younger, but it's definitely straightened out over the years. So I don't really have any recommendations in this category, unfortunately. My sons have curly hair, and for my 3-year-old, I do use products from Curlsmith, Pattern. I've used Rizzo's curls, so I like those brands for him. But again, like speaking from personal experience, I don't have anything. So if you have any recommendations, please let us know. They are doing $100 off the Shark Beauty FlexStyle Air Styler. There are 3 different options if you click and you look through them, and they range between $300 and $350. So you can save quite a bit if you're wanting to take advantage of this deal. And then they are doing 30% off select Ulta Beauty Collection products. Not so much the makeup. There are a couple of makeup products included in the deal, but a lot of bath bombs, a lot of candles. Their new candle designs are so cute. I've tried quite a few Ulta Beauty candles over the years, and whenever I go into Ulta, we always check out that section because my 3-year-old loves the bath bombs, which the bath bombs are kind of expensive. I feel like they're between like $8 and $10 when they're not on sale, and I don't use bath bombs regularly for me, so please tell me if that's like the normal price, or if you have a cheaper alternative, I would love to know. So anyway, maybe I should grab 1 or 2 while they're discounted, but every time we look at them, I'm like, those candles are adorable. They would make the perfect gift. So again, those are some of the deals happening throughout the entire sale. There are quite a few deals happening for the first week, and these end on July 5th. So if you want to take advantage of these, just make sure to shop within the next few days. There's an app-only deal, so if you have the Ulta Beauty app, I wanted to highlight that there are some discounts on specific products. I'll scroll through so you can take a look, but it looks like it's mainly The Ordinary, Clinique, and then a couple of other brands are included as well. The one deal I really wanted to highlight is that the Ole Henriksen lip balms, the glimmer versions, are on sale for 25% off, making them $17.25. My absolute favorite is the berry one, the glimmery berry one. They don't have it in the non-glimmer version. I use that one all the time because it does provide a pretty good hint of color. It smells so good. Then the rest of the deals are not app-only deals. You can get most of these online and in stores. They're doing buy 2, get 1 free NYX, which is perfect because like I said, I opened the Ulta app to actually repurchase my go-to NYX products. NYX has so many products, over 100 different options. So I can't sit here and share all of my favorites. I actually just did a video. Yeah, was it last month? Yeah, sharing the best and worst of NYX. I'm going through and updating all of my best and worst drugstore videos, and I just did NYX fairly recently. So if you want like a full breakdown of the brand, I'll link that video below. But let me just highlight like 5 recommendations. Okay, the Smushy Matte Lip Balms. I have been enjoying those. Those are really pretty. I don't like them layered up to full opacity because I feel like if you layer the product up, it can tend to enhance dryness just a little bit. It doesn't feel dry on the lips. It definitely feels moisturizing. So if you like the idea of a lip balm that has a matte finish, these are great. They're definitely different than everything else we're seeing from other mainstream brands. I also love the Lip IV Hydrating Gloss Stains. Those are perfect if you want long-lasting color and you like a glossy finish. They have this nice kind of like plush gel texture. They feel and look so pretty on the lips. I also love their Buttermelt cheek products, whether you're going with their bronzers, blushes, or highlighters. They are very richly pigmented, but really smooth on the skin. So pretty. They have a ton of shades to choose from. And then their brow products. I love their brow pencil, their brow gel, and their brow pen. Those are like my 3 go-to staples for my daily brow routine. So a few more than 5 recommendations, but again, if you want to hear my thoughts on the entire brand, whether you're shopping this sale or just in general, I'll link that video below. For the first week, they are doing up to 40% off select makeup products. There aren't necessarily a ton of makeup products on sale, more so like a couple of highlighted brands. There are 2 products from IT Cosmetics, but I did want to mention them because it's a pretty good discount. The IT Cosmetics CC Plus Nude Glow Foundation. I tried this a few years ago. It is incredibly glowy. If you like the IT Cosmetics CC Plus line, and the original one is maybe not quite as glowy as you would like it to be, this is the answer for you. It leaves your skin looking super hydrated, very, very smooth, really just like a comfortable formula. And then their Hello Sunshine Invisible Sunscreen SPF 50 is also on sale. I haven't tried this product, but it's normally $36 on sale for $25.20. So I wanted to mention mention it in case you really love the brand or you like that product. Select Milani products are on sale for 20% off, not the highest discount, but Milani tends to be a little bit more expensive than some of the other drugstore brands. So I do think it is nice to get a few dollars off if you were planning on trying something new or repurchasing some of your favorites. Again, I just did a video, actually, I think like last week, on my favorite and least favorite products from Milani. So I won't share everything in today's video, but I'll link that video below if you want more recommendations. My top two favorites right now are their Conceal and Perfect Blur Out Smoothing Primer, and then also their Skin Tint Stick. I love wearing those together and separately. They're both really beautiful formulas. In my opinion, they feel like high-end formulas, but again, I think they're both like right around, well, I can just check. I was going to say right around 16. The primer is 16 and the skin tint is 17. I think they are less expensive at Walmart, so just something to note, but with 20% off, they're both right around like $13. So just something I wanted to point out. Their Make It Last setting spray is one of my favorites for the summertime. And then I also really like their Cheek Kiss cream bronzer for summer because it is pretty long lasting. Their baked blushes are always really, really great too. I have a lot of Milani favorites. They're like one of my favorite brands, but they aren't as like talked about or as overhyped as other brands. And again, maybe partially because they do tend to be a little bit more expensive. If you're a fan of About Face, they are doing 30% off select products. So not a ton of options, but their Cherry Pick Lip Color Butters are beautiful. They're normally $16 on sale for $11.20. If you like the idea of like a click up glossy stick, but you want something that has more pigment than a lot of the options out there, that is the formula to try. Those are beautiful. I think this is new. Their Blush Rush Liquid Blush. I haven't tried that product. It's $18 on sale for $12.60. So again, if you're curious about that, they also have a liquid highlighter, which I don't know if that's new, but I haven't tried that either. So a couple of different options from the brand. There are quite a few CoverGirl products on sale as well. I don't think any of their newer launches. It looks like most of their mascaras are discounted, some eyeliners, some brow products. So I'm thinking it's eye products that are on sale. I will say I do recommend avoiding this product. It's the Lash Blast Bond Mascara. I just tried it out and I'm wearing it today, although I went over it with like a little bit of a lengthening mascara. I'm so underwhelmed by this formula, and CoverGirl mascaras are not the most inexpensive option these days. Like I feel like they've gone up in price. So every time I try one, I'm just not super impressed. And this one is so underwhelming. I really didn't like it. It just didn't do anything for my lashes. It didn't really add volume or length. It supposedly has like a bond complex that's supposed to improve the quality of your lashes over time, but I won't use it enough to know because it doesn't do anything in terms of like volume or length, so it doesn't look good. Each week of the sale, they're doing a discount on some sort of hair tools. So for week one, they're doing 30% off hair dryers and hair brushes. There are over 100 different options. So like I said, there are some hair dryers, but most of these are brushes. They have the wet brush. Oh, the unbrushed. Do you recommend that? I haven't tried that, but I've gotten a lot of recommendations to pick it up. I feel like there is a ton of hype surrounding that brush. I don't know if I don't really need a new brush. I feel like I'm happy with the ones that I do have, but I do hear a lot of people talk about that. And then it looks like there are a lot of brushes for curly hair from the brand Olivia Gardens. So just something to note if you are needing a new brush. 30% off dry shampoo. I do want to pick up a couple of these because I do go through dry shampoo pretty quickly. Although these days I've been using the Briogeo powder. It's like a newer launch and I love it. The only issue is it comes with such a small amount of product that I actually did run through that pretty quickly. I repurchased it, but I think I might buy another brand and then like fill up the one I have with that because I just like the packaging. I'll put a picture of it on the screen. It does work really well for me, but if you have any recommendations, like a good powder dry shampoo that you love, please let me know. I've tried, out of this list, I've tried the Living Proof one. That's really nice. It's pretty heavy duty, so if you don't need like a super strong formula, you probably don't need that one. The Ava NYC is great for like everyday use. It's very affordable and I feel like it's gentle, but it also works really well at keeping my hair looking clean if I want to refresh it. Oh, Verb has a dry shampoo powder. I kind of want to try that one. This one's on sale for $15.40. I forget the cost of the Briogeo one off the top of my head, but it was high. It was not inexpensive, and I really hesitated repurchasing it, but I love it. It works so, so well. And again, I don't know if it's the packaging or the actual formula, so I'm curious to try another powder with that packaging and see if that works. So I think I'll buy that Verb one. Anyway, if you have any other recommendations, let us know. They're doing 30% off select skincare tools. There are over 50 different options. They range from like microcurrent devices to gua shas to red light therapy. Scrolling through, I haven't tried any of these products. I don't use tons and tons of skincare tools. I have very specific ones that I like. So I can't share any recommendations except for Foreo's Bare, which I do love. That's a microcurrent device. It actually works really well. Like you see instant results and then results over time. You can basically use it to like sculpt your face and your muscles. So I'll use it right here. I'll use it right here. And then I'll use it like on my forehead as well. It's pretty pricey. It's normally $329 on sale for $230. So that is a big savings. And then they have a mini one that's less expensive too. The last deal that I wanted to highlight for week one, 25% off CosRx. They have 36 different products on sale. So the Viral Prepare Kit is normally $25. They're saying $37 in value, and then it's on sale for $18.75 right now. So just something I wanted to highlight because it does come with 5 different products from the brand. So if you like those products or if you want it, or you've wanted to try multiple options, that might be worth checking out. I do like their niacinamide serum. I also like their hyaluronic acid serum. I sometimes use that with my Foreo Bare because you have to pair it with a serum, and that's a great option. Okay, so for weeks 2 and 3, they don't have the deals or all of the information available on Ulta's website right now. They did have a preview up for a little while, so there were some sneak peeks, and then if you get the physical mailer in the actual mail, a lot of the information is in that as well. So definitely check that out. I don't know if I have all of the info. I kind of wrote down everything that I found, so I do have a lot of deals to share with you, but it might be worth checking back on Sunday and then Sunday of week 3 as well to see if there's anything else. So week 2 runs from July 6th through July 12th. They're doing up to 40% off select fragrances. I don't have a list of the fragrances, so honestly, I have no idea what they're including, but just wanted to highlight that in case you want to check back or make a note if you're looking for a new fragrance or you want to see if they include one of your favorites. They're also doing 40% off IT Cosmetics Confidence Skincare. This is actually one of my favorite lines. It's always on sale. So honestly, I don't recommend buying it at full price. I'm actually using the moisturizer at night. Again, I've been working my way through a couple of different options, so I have a few that are open. I'm also using the e.l.f. Holy Hydration, which is great, and that's more affordable. But the Confidence skincare line is very, very hydrating, so I like it because a little bit goes a long way. I also love the eye cream, and I don't buy that unless it's on sale. I don't always use it regularly in my routine at this point, but it is a great option if you like using a separate eye cream. Not always necessary, but if you have really sensitive skin or you find a formula you love, then I do feel like it is sometimes nice to have one, and that's my favorite. The entire brand Vacation is 30% off. I haven't tried anything from this brand, but I always see people using like their whipped cream sunscreen just because they say it's like a fun product. I see it on social media a lot, but they also do have like other sunscreens, some fragrances, so just wanted to highlight that in case you're a fan. 30% off the brand Philosophy. I haven't tried anything from them for a few years, but again, if it is one of your go-to brands, they are discounted during the second week. This week for hair products, they're doing 30% off select curling tools and accessories. So again, I don't have an exact list, but if you need a new curling iron, check back for week 2 because usually they do curling irons, curling wands. Sometimes they do like wavers. They're also doing buy one, get one 50% off mix and match select lashes. Usually they include Ardell and Kiss. Again, I don't have a full list, but if you are looking to repurchase some of your go-to lashes, week 2 is the week to shop. And then they're doing 25% off the brand Truly, the entire brand. So they do like a lot of body butters, a lot of body oils. Again, they do have some kits. So if you want to try a couple of products from the brand, you can get those kits on sale as well. 25% off Conair mirrors. They usually do like lighted options, non-lighted options, just something to know if you need a new one. And then 20% off the entire Maylis brand. They do a lot of body care. So they have like body serums, body butters, and a lot of them have different claims, like they're meant to brighten the skin, firm the skin. I used to use their body serum and then mine expired because I had it for such a long time, but I was using it on my knees specifically because the skin on my knees was a little bit darker, and I feel like it actually did work to brighten it up. So I was a big fan of that. Okay, week 3 runs from July 13th through July 19th. The main deal that I think a lot of people will be interested in is 40% off mascaras. So they said there are mascaras from Polite Society, Tarte, IT Cosmetics, Stila, Urban Decay, Too Faced. It's a long list, but I just want to mention all of them. Lancome, Smashbox, Fenty, Grande Cosmetics, Estee Lauder, Half Magic, Pure, and Win Beauty. I don't know which mascara specifically, like if they're only doing one mascara from those brands or multiple mascaras from those brands, but most of them, yeah, actually all of them are like higher end brands. So 40% off is a really great discount. So just wanted to mention that because those sell out pretty quickly. Buy one, get one 50% off select nail products. So this includes like nail polish, some press-on nails from the brands OPI, Glamnetic, Kiss, Sally Hansen, Essie, and more. So definitely worth checking out. I want to look through that because I have been switching it up a little bit when it comes to nails. I usually use, why am I blanking? Static nails, but I feel like it's been fun to try some different products as well. And then buy one, get one 50% off Revolution Beauty, the entire brand. I will say Revolution Beauty has been launching some good products. They've also launched a few products that haven't worked for me. The brand as a whole really can be very hit and miss, but I do like their new Wrap Lash Tubing Mascara. I've been a big fan of that. And then I've also been enjoying their new, what was it? Oh, there's Silk Serum Foundation. That is such a gorgeous formula. There's Silk Serum Concealer. I love both of those. They really do feel very luxe in my opinion. Their Icon palettes are gorgeous. Those are under $10 and they have a couple of different options to choose from. So there are some hidden gems within the brand, more than there used to be, I would say. They're doing 40% off select eye products from Urban Decay. The picture had like their 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil and then also their Perversion Mascara, and then it had a single eyeshadow. I doubt it's the Moon Dust shadow. I think it's just like their regular line of single shadows, but there might be some additional products included as well. 30% off the brand Half Magic. I haven't tried anything from that brand, but the entire brand is discounted. And then 25% off Tula, which I do love Tula. I like a lot of their products. Their Vitamin C moisturizer is probably my #1 favorite from the brand, but I also really like their glowy sunscreen. I've been using their Rose Glow, what is it called? Their Rose Glow and Get It cooling under eye balm. That feels really good and it looks really pretty if I'm not wearing any makeup. So they have some great options. And then the hair deal is 30% off select hair straighteners this week. So again, I don't have the full list, but if you do need a new straightener, make a note to check back during week 3. They're doing 30% off leave-ins from different brands. So if you need a new leave-in conditioner and some kind of hair styling product in that category, it might be worth checking out that list as well. And then they're doing 25% off Beekman 1802, the entire brand. Last deal I wanted to highlight for week 3, 20% off Essence eye products. I wish it was the entire brand, although usually Essence is included in like the Amazon Prime Day, so stay tuned for that. But I think they do 20% off. So this might be like as good of a discount as we're going to see. But anyway, I do love the Essence Lash Princess mascaras. I love their Lash Without Limits mascara. I've been using their matte shadows a lot, like their liquid matte shadows. I just did a video. I don't think it's up on my channel yet, testing out some new Essence products. So that will be coming soon. I don't think they have any new, the products are right here. This is actually new, the Lash Without Limits Tubing Mascara, although I don't think it's at Ulta now that I'm mentioning it. So I'll just say I do really like this product. Very, very dramatic, but I don't think it's at Ulta yet. So I think that's it for today's video. Just all of the best deals, my top recommendations. Again, not necessarily the most exciting sale compared to like 21 Days of Beauty or the spring and fall haul events. I tend to like those a little bit better, but I do feel like there are some good hidden gems, maybe a great chance to repurchase your go-to staples. So thanks for being here. I really appreciate you watching. Let me know in the comments if you have any recommendations, and I'll see you very soon with a new video. Bye.